All right, Sagittarius. Mhm. You're better doing something on your own. There's something, when push comes to shove, there's a situation like that. When push comes to shove, you're better doing something on your own. There's an ease to it. There is something that you know more about, whatever it is that you are taking charge of. Clearing things away, having a clean slate. Um, could be somebody that you're working with. Sometimes maybe pushes your buttons here and there, and I see you don't have patience, so much patience for that anymore, and so you're like, you know what, it's not worth the trouble. Let me just do this on my own. But you do get it done eventually. I do see compromise, some sort of compromise, hashing things out, working this out. So next time when, let's say there's a deadline looming or whatnot, you don't feel like you have to do everything on your own, or at least have a good agreement in place. And I do see characters perhaps clashing, or something clashing. It's like somebody is not quite listening to how you are feeling. And let's say you have a high pressure job of some kind, and you need to get things done, but somebody is not respecting your space, personal space, or maybe they are saying inappropriate things, whatever it may be, or not helping you as they should. I see that is being cleared away, which is good. um, Reminding you to eat. There's a reminder. You have to be reminded sometimes to eat, Sagittarius. I think maybe perhaps because you get very, very busy, and time flies by. And you're like, oh wow, I didn't even have breakfast, lunch, and now it's dinner time, sort of thing. That could be something specific, but something also to be aware of, perhaps swimming. I also get a message of swimming. That could be. I do see now, for some, it's a challenge. You want to improve on. Maybe you don't know how to swim, and you're wanting to learn how to swim, or used to swim, and you want to get back into it. Improve your swimming, doing you a lot of good. And I do see, of course, this could be specific, but you getting back in there and swimming, doing things that are good for you, and make you happy as well. There's something about you're getting a lot of specific messages. Sagittarius, children's books, or children's play, children's book, something like that, that you are either involved in, or you've gone to see with other children, or something is perhaps also feeling nostalgic, that's coming into view. Perhaps sometimes when you read a children's book, it's like, oh wow, now as an adult it makes so much more sense, and there's way more meaning than you, way more meaning to this, what seemed like a simple story, than you realize from when you were a child reading it, for example. Um, and maybe it also helps put things into perspective. It's funny how that does happen, right? Like, let's say you're watching a film that you hadn't watched in so many years, and watching it again, you see so many new things that you didn't take notice of before, and the meaning changes, and you understand it on a whole other level, much deeper level. Um, so that's really interesting. Many things like that are happening for you. I also see shoe shopping. Oh, you're just full of specific messages here. Random ones. Going shoes shopping. Maybe some of you are getting a new wardrobe, actually. Time for a cleanse. Not just a clean slate in terms of the energies around you, but also physically, your wardrobe, things in your home. Um, Sprucing things up is what I'm seeing as well. Maybe change in hairstyle of some kind. You are going to start to feel a lot fitter and better overall, with yourself, which is really, really good. And I do see somebody loves you a lot more than they let on. Whatever kind of relation this is, whether it is, a love interest, a partner, or a friend or a relative, but somebody that you have a very close connection to, and they don't necessarily always show it. They love you way more than they let on. And you're happy with that, you will see. Perhaps sometimes it's a defense mechanism, or they just are afraid to show, but at least you will know. Four of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and the Sun. I basically just said it. Somebody loves you way more than they let on. They don't really show it, but you will see it. That, to be honest, I see will put a big, big smile on your face. So the Four of Wands, I do see some good news coming in. It's a bring of good news that I see you're wanting to really protect and make sure, be guarded, make sure that this will continue and that everything is in place, everything is done correctly. There's something that you are going to make sure that it doesn't get messed up, it doesn't slip out of your fingers whatsoever. So that is one thing. In terms of matters of the heart, things are developing, and they've developed slowly but surely. And the thing is, the good thing about this is that you're on the same page. Both are going to be on the same page. Some things that need to be communicated eventually will be let out. And again, I see that thing of compromise. And the compromise will bring, on both sides, a lot of happiness. A balanced, healthy compromise, of course. A lot of partnerships, sometimes the most important thing is compromise. If it makes everybody happy, or seeing things a different perspective, I see good things coming through with this as well. I also see you are chosen. You've been trusted to keep something private, to keep a secret of some sort before the news is let out. Here with the Sun, so it could be an expansion of a family, by the way. But something that is being revealed is going to not just make you happy, but others as well, which is really nice. So bingo of good news here. Seven of Wands, and the World card. Wow, all right. Something that you have believed in, that you trust, that you've been manifesting is coming through. Something that you have fully believed in, but sometimes found challenging, is starting to appear stronger and clearer than ever. Here with the Seven of Wands, it's opened up a road, for yourself, and allowing good, big, positive changes to occur. I do see there's something that has been on your mind that you feel like you've had to go. You came to a certain point where you had to decide whether you should continue or not. And that decision has allowed things, whatever you have felt, that you must sort of defend your decision, will be the right one. What I'm seeing here is a cause and effect. Whatever you do has a great effect or impact for what's coming up next. And so you're being very, very conscious of that. I get your heart is being fulfilled and feeling. Things are like getting sweeter. Things are sweetening up, in a good way. I also see something about you being a good role model, positive role model to others that may become highlighted. This is the start of a really good journey for you. Exciting. I get something exciting. The Empress. Oh, I love it. And we have here the Empress. I see here that things are very fertile in many different ways. Doesn't have to be necessarily like an expansion to the family, but I mean, yes, it could be, but in terms of other areas in your life, like you have this energy that is able to really transform many things into the positive. Whatever you start to grow will flourish abundantly. That's what I mean. Like, the soil around you is very fertile. It's the perfect time to grow something. It's the perfect time to really make your manifestations grow, happen, and also you living it. You are going to find yourself being a lot more stable, and your vision is becoming a lot clearer, a lot stronger. Nothing is impossible for you. And I do get something is going to be cleared up, some sort of resolve is happening, and you just feeling like all the decisions that you made were the right ones. You know, things are starting to click for you as well. I also see you growing in your wisdom and living that, you know, living by what you say, what you believe in. And it's a very opportune time. I like the energy of the opportunity.